Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make sublimation hat patches. I don't know if you've seen them going all around right now. They're really popular. They're the raggy hat patches that you can make yourself. I think they're just so popular because of the custom nature of it, and they're so cute and they're fun and they're just in right now. So I've been waiting and really excited to make this video, and I'm glad I'm finally getting around to it. So I'll show you exactly the materials you'll need. I'll show you how to do it, and by the end of this video, you'll know how to make your own sublimation hat patches. So let's go ahead and get on into the materials and supplies you need. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start off with what you need for this project. So obviously you're gonna wanna start with some hats. It does not matter what kind, it's all based on preference. I just liked these. They're kind of like the, I think, trucker style. They have the mesh back. It's the Adams brand. And they kind of have the cute frayed tops. So I just picked out a couple colors of those. And then the next thing you'll need, which is really important, is 100% polyester linen fabric. As you can see, the ends will fray. I can't remember the exact name of this fabric, so I will put it over the screen here once I find it. But I just got mine at Hobby Lobby, and it's 100% polyester. The next thing I picked up was the Aleene's Fabric Fusion Permanent Fabric Adhesive. So this is just a glue that will go on the back of your patch. From reviews and everything like that, this seemed to be a good choice, so I will let y'all know how it goes, but this is what I picked out. And then the next thing you'll need is some fray check, and this is for once your patch frays, you're gonna want to put some of this on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fray it, and then I'm gonna add this to it so it doesn't completely destroy. You wanna eventually stop the fray, you don't want it to keep going, so that's what I got. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start in Silhouette Studio. So the first thing that I did was go ahead and upload my designs to my software, and you don't have to use Silhouette. You can use whatever printing software that you use. I just like to use it because I'm familiar with it, and it is free to use. So if you guys wanna print your sublimation designs from Silhouette, you can do so. So I uploaded them to my software, and if you don't know how to do that, you just go to File and Merge, and then click your designs, and then you size them down. So I have about a 4x4 area that I want to work with, so I sized all these down to about a 4 by whatever ratio, and no higher than 4. So I have those already laid on there, and the next thing you're going to want to do is go over here to the top panel, and it says Page Setup panel. You're going to click that, and then you're going to make sure your machine is set to none, cutting mat is set to none, media size is set to custom, and then you're going to size that down to whatever your paper size is. So I'm going to be printing this on an 11 by 17 sheet, but you can change that to whatever size you'll be printing with. So I have that set, and then the next thing I'm going to do is go to File and then Print. Okay, next you're going to hit Print, and then you're going to go to Preferences. And then this is where you just select your preset, or you do your settings. And I kind of have a video going into the settings that I use for sublimation, so I'll put that in the cards if you want to know that. But I'm going to go ahead and click 11 by 17 Adobe, so all my settings are set up, and then I hit OK, and then Apply. And then as you can see, the size then adjusts to what it needs to, and you're going to hit Print. Okay, so I just turned my heat press on, and I'm going to set it to 385 for 60 seconds. The reason I'm doing 385 instead of 400 is because it's 100% polyester, and a lot of times you don't have to go all the way up to 400 if you have 100% poly. So we're going to test this out, and if it's not as vibrant as I'd like, I'll change it to 400, but we're going to go ahead and test out the 385 for 60 seconds. Okay, and as you can see, everything's mirrored and everything looks good. So what I'm gonna do is just cut the half part of this page off, and we're just gonna sublimate this entire sheet all on one onto the fabric. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that now. I forgot to mention you'll also need some butcher paper. You'll need one piece for the top, and then you'll need a piece for underneath your fabric. Okay, everything's not preheated yet, but what I'm gonna do is just pre-press this fabric, and the reason why is I just wanna get it good and flat. I don't think you really have to pre-press it, but I'm just gonna do this just to, like I said, get it flat. I'm gonna run my lint roller right through it. Because if you guys didn't know, if you don't lint roll, sometimes you can be left with specks that kind of like bake into your fabric. And now I'm just gonna press it for just a few seconds. Okay, the heat press is up to temperature, so I'm just gonna lay down a layer of butcher paper, and then we're gonna lay down our fabric. And then I'm gonna lint roll it again. And then I'm gonna put down my paper face down. I'm gonna take a piece of tape and put it on both corners just to keep it from ghosting. And then add my layer of butcher paper on the top. Okay, and then we're gonna press for 60 seconds at 385. Okay. Look how good it turned out, guys. Oh my gosh, so vibrant. So yes, 385 is all you need. 400 sometimes can be too much for polyester if it's 100%. Oh, the colors look so good. Please excuse my craft table, you guys. I thought that I was gonna be able to keep this thing so clean, but there's paint on it, alcohol splatters, you know, rubbing alcohol splatters, and just stuff everywhere, so ignore that. So I love the colors and how it turned out. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some scissors and I'm gonna kind of trim around the design, because the style I'm gonna be going for, I think I'm gonna have something kind of similar. It's not gonna be just a perfect circle or a perfect square. I'm just gonna kind of go around the design. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. So one thing you're gonna wanna make sure is you go far enough out to the fact, you're gonna wanna go far enough out so that you can fray it. So with this one, it was kind of cutting it a little close. I won't go any further, but I think what I'm gonna do is just trim around it to however I want. Okay, y'all, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a weeding tool, but you can use like a seam ripper or whatever you have, a needle, anything like that. And I'm just gonna take the very end and just kind of pull it back. And this is gonna fray your end. So as you can see, it just kind of gives it a frayed look. Now, if you don't want the frayed end, skip this step and then you'll just go straight onto the fray check if you want it more of a clean look. But I'm kind of going for more of a rustic frayed look. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I finished fraying my patches, and when you're done and you're happy with it, you're just gonna take this fray check, get like a paper plate or a piece of paper or something down, and you're gonna just apply the fray check all around the edges and let it dry, and that is going to prevent your ends from fraying any further and getting to your design, because you don't want it to ruin your design. So that's what we're gonna apply now. Okay, I got my fray check, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put it on all the ends. And it's gonna come completely sealed, so you're gonna have to take like a needle or something sharp and just pop a hole in the top. They sure do make this thing hard to puncture. Okay, I can tell I did it. All right. So we're just gonna take it and put it all along the corners. And I have used this a lot in my sewing days, and it definitely does work, and it keeps things from fraying. So, finished that one. Okay, I just set them back on my heat press since it's still slightly warm, and I'm just gonna let it dry. It says on the back of the fray check 15 to 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it about 20 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so everything is dry to the touch. It's been about, I guess, 12 to 15 minutes, something like that, and everything's dry. So the next thing you'll need is your fabric fusion, or whatever adhesive that you choose to use. I know that they have an HTV adhesive you can actually press on the back of this, and it makes an adhesive that way. And then there's other fabric glues you can use. Like I said, this is what I researched, and I found that this one works well. So I'm just gonna show you an easy way to use it without having to buy anything else. So the one thing I'm struggling with here is I really wanted to use the It's Fall Y'all on the Mississippi Mud color, but I feel like it doesn't, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't match that well. And I feel like with that color pumpkin, I feel like it would look really good on this. I really don't know, because my intention is to put the mama on here because it has the turquoise. So I need to make that decision. And I might, if I was gonna do this again, which I am gonna do it again, but next time I think I might go down to 3.5. They say 4 inches is a good size, but I think that's for the oversized patch. And maybe it will look good once I'm done and once you see it on somebody's head, because obviously it makes it go out a little bit more, so we'll see. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go with the Mississippi Mud for the fall. I just feel like it's really fall colory. Is that even a word? It looks like fall, so I'm gonna do that on this one. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna open up our glue. I think we might have to pop a hole in it like the others. Let's see. Well, that was a mess. But yes, you do have to poke a hole. And I just got it all over everything. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our patch around on face down, and I'm just going to put the fabric glue all over the back, just kind of all around it, so that way when it goes on my hat, it's gonna go on flush and I'm not gonna have a bunch of gaps. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start kind of squirting it all around my patch. Okay, do you guys see that? Okay, now I'm gonna take my hat and I'm just going to line it up kind of with the center line right here. And then I'm going to just push it down on there. Let me see. And it forms really nicely to the hat. I'm not having any trouble. Okay, it took a little bit of just kind of going back and forth in all the corners, but now I can tell that it's starting to adhere better on those sides. So it is on, so I'm just gonna leave it alone while I'm working on the other hats. And then if I see anything popping back up, I'll just go back and smooth it back down. I'm not sure if there's another way to get it to work faster. I think I just need to add more glue to the next one. So next time I'm just gonna really focus on the edges and add more glue. But yeah, it looks good. Like, it looks like it's adhered well. So now I'm gonna start on the next one. All right, guys, so here is the final result. I think they turned out so cute. They're still wet. As you can see, you can kind of see through some of the wet spots. That is all going to dry clear. You won't see any of that. And final thoughts of it, I love it. I think it turned out so cute. Next time, I probably would go down a little bit on some of the sizes. Like this one, I probably would have done 3.5. This one is good at 4. This one I probably would have done 3.5, and this one I probably would have done at 3.5. So if you're gonna make them, if you like the big patches, go for the big patches. And that's what seems to be selling more for people. But I personally probably would just go down just a little bit on the sizing. And you can also get this linen in a darker color. So if you like the darker color, you can. I just wanted to use a lighter color so the sublimation design would show up. But they did come out so clear, or so colorful and vibrant. So I love how they turned out. So which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. Which hat could you see yourself wearing? Here is the Be Kind, Small Business Owner, Mama, or it's Fall, y'all. Now you guys know I love this time of year. So if it was fall, I'd be wearing this hat for sure. But yep, here is how they turned out. All right, so if you guys are wanting to know how the sizing looks from the 4-inch when it's on your head, as you can see, it's very big, but if you want to stand out, want to be bold, I think the 4-inch should be great. If you're like me, I probably would like a little bit smaller, so like 3.5, maybe 3 inches. But this is how the hat looks. It's a really cute hat. You can put your ponytail through the back. These are the Adams Ollie caps. So yeah, that's what they look like. This is what the 4-inch size looks like on the hat. But yeah. All right, guys, so I guess that wraps it up for today's video. I had so much fun making these hats. Remember to let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite, or which one could you see yourself wearing. Do you like the 4-inch size, or would you probably go down a little bit? Personally, like I said, I know 4-inch seemed to be a popular size because people like those statements, or making a statement, you know, with the big hats, kind of like babies with big bows. I think it's all based on preference. So I personally would probably just go down just a little bit on the sizing for myself, or if I was gonna sell them, just a little bit. And I will keep you guys updated on how that glue holds up. We're gonna be doing some yard work and stuff this weekend, so I'll be real rough with it and put it to the test and see how they hold up. And so far, nothing's peeling up, everything's staying down, but it was just applied, so we need to give it some time, give it a couple hours, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we have some more sublimation videos coming up, and some other types of videos, woodworking and different things like that coming up soon. So stay tuned for all that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.